Everybody, guess what? We're live. It's Wednesday. We got a special guest for you, Jason and Lorie. How's it going this morning?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. So we want to talk about it. You guys appeared on his show, which the title's totally throwing me off, but we'll talk about that. Crime Scene Kitchen. Is that the whole name? Yes, Crime Scene Kitchen.
It is, yes.
That's it.
Okay, I gotta say, when they sent me over, this couple was on Crime Scene Kitchen. I was like, what? What happened? What happened in the kitchen? Are they solving a mystery? Like what? But you kind of are. You kind of are solving a mystery. So tell me about the premise of this show, Crime Scene Kitchen.
So it's kind of like a mashup of a baking competition meets Clue, I guess you could say. We walk into the kitchen that has previously been baked in, and there's a mess. And we are to decipher the clues to figure out what it is that they've made to the letter, like everything from the color to the what's in it. So it's pretty interesting.
It's a very cool spin on the show because most of the times, every baking show has the same. The show tells you what to make, and everybody just has to go make it. So this one is a very cool spin of you don't know what you're going to make, and you could be working 3 hours on something that's amazing, but it could be the completely wrong thing and could send you home.
Yeah.
And so then you get eliminated, which is horrible.
Yes.
So it's a very cool spin. So it's not just about baking the best thing. You have to make sure you're baking the correct thing. So it was a pretty cool thing.
I watched a few of the shows last night. The one I thought was so interesting was the one with the pie. So you guys got the lattice part, but you did the blueberry, but you added some other stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, what were you thinking? I saw your face during that one where you were just like, oh.
I mean, it's so hard to decipher because all of the berries were in the refrigerator and there were like amounts taken out of the bags. But it's always very specific. So you might see amounts out of things, but it was all on the paper. And if you don't take the time, and you get 2 minutes, so that's really not enough time.
Yeah, and on TV, they're showing the viewers all the clues where they didn't show us the clues. We're having to go through and find them. So it's easy for you guys because they're like, how did y'all not see that? Well, they showed it to you,
Exactly. So
it was not easy finding those clues, I'm telling you. And the stress of being on a show and 35 cameras around you and the lights and producers yelling at you, and so it's not easy to find those clues.
And everybody's digging through the trash. I'm like, I don't know if I want to be digging through the trash. What was that like? I mean, you're like,
We even had to smell some things.
Yeah.
In the trash.
So the first trash digging episode, we didn't get eliminated, of course, with that one, but we missed it because we didn't realize we needed to be digging in the trash.
I didn't know there was a trash can in the kitchen, so we didn't find that out till like the second episode.
So yeah, so we missed a couple of things, but yeah, once we realized that there is even a trash can we've got to dig through, we're not only digging through, we're smelling things. It was pretty funny.
Tell me how it came about that you were on the show. Did you audition or did they call you? How'd that happen?
So we didn't audition. In the past, we've been on Food Network a couple times years ago. We had to pass over some things while we were kind of, knee deep in the restaurant because some of these things want you to go for extended periods. And when you have a brick and mortar, it makes it difficult. So we've had to pass on a few things and our life has changed a little bit. We no longer have our restaurant. We're pursuing some other things in the food industry, but just a little more traveling and teaching. And they reached out to us and it was perfect timing. And we decided this is it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Wow. Yeah. You mentioned you had a place you had a little bakery in Bellevue. Tell us about that.
Actually, it started as a cake plate, a wedding cake company. Design. Yeah. And basically grew from that into a bakery and a cafe and a coffee shop. And we were there for 9 years. We absolutely loved it. But
Crumb de la Crumb.
Yeah, Crumb de la Crumb. So we loved it, and we just decided that we wanted to have a life. Restaurant business kind of sucks your life away, and we wanted to do things a little differently. So we closed just before COVID.
Thankfully.
Yeah, and had obviously no clue, but yeah, so we've been pursuing other things, and this kind of fits right in line with it.
Wow. I love that. So are you doing any special orders or anything when you're here in town? Are you still doing that?
Absolutely. We do catering, we do cakes, a lot of cakes for VIPs. We do kind of food experiences, if you will. We do like a teaching / dinner party, things like that. So we're doing a lot of fun things that we are able to enjoy doing together now.
And may or may not be working on a
You never know.
show of some sort, of our own coming up in the fall, but we don't know about. We're all in the works,
Okay, a little tease there. Working on a show.
A little.
Getting back to the show, tonight is the finale. It's already been taped.
It has.
You know the outcome.
We do.
You're not going to tell us.
No.
Can't say a word. It's gonna be a good one. I mean, it's been getting better and better, and it all leads up to this. I mean, they're pulling out, of course, making it harder and harder. So there's a little spin right in the middle of it that throws us all for a loop. So be on the lookout for that. So
okay, that's
everybody's all dressed up. They put us in, some fancy clothes, and Joel McHale looks fantastic, and it's a great episode.
Speaking of Joel, he seems so funny. Is he funny in person?
God.
Do you get the chance to chat with him at all during the show or in between takes?
He is
100%.
nonstop the same person off camera as he is on camera.
100%.
It's great.
He never stops. And when Ken Jeong was on, what was that, last week, the two of them are just at each other non-stop. It's hilarious. So Joel was fantastic. You'd think he'd be super rude but he is super kind and amazing. So we had a blast with him.
Tell me about the judges. Do you get a chance to talk to them outside of the competition?
Yeah, a little bit, not a lot. In between each challenge or whatever, they would come and talk to us. And I will say that just some of the sweetest people we've ever met. What I really loved about the judges was that even though this was a competition, I mean, even watching the show, you rarely see them say anything really terrible about the people. There were some terrible things that happened. But
like that apple pie, that was terrible.
Yeah,
I could have made a better apple pie than that. Just saying.
But what I really felt was really nice was that the judges were always just uplifting. I mean, these people have gone, they've spent all of this time. They're trusting that Fox is not going to make them look like they're the worst entrepreneurs ever. But the judges really did a good job at just helping these people shine at the best that they were doing. So I like that a lot about them.
They were both amazing. I mean, Curtis Stone, for crying out loud. I mean, one of the top chefs in the world. So putting your food in front of them was a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I can see that.
For sure. For sure.
And they'll pick it up and look at a bite, and you're just like, what are they thinking right now? So they complimented our flavors quite a bit. So we were super proud.
This is going to be, if you win, because we don't know, this will be a big change for you guys. You've said on the show a lot, your house burned down, you closed your business. I mean, you guys have been through a lot of struggles. So, I mean, this will be huge, right?
Yeah, it'll be huge. But you know what? Win or lose, good things are on the way. So we just keep moving forward. I mean, we moved to Nashville in 2009 with like $1,200 to our name and just, pressed in and made it happen. So, I mean, we've made cakes for people we never dreamed of making cakes for. And we had the best customers in our restaurant that still keep up with us to this day. So, I mean, you just keep moving forward and good things happen. So.
All right. I can't wait to see it tonight on Fox. Tell us what time.
8 p.m. on Fox. And if you want to follow us on socials, it's Jason and Lorie on Instagram, Facebook, all those good things. So.
Are you going to have a little watch party tonight?
We are. We're going to be out in at Colton's and Dixon. So, we've got a small room reserved out there for, few friends.
If anybody wants to pop in and say hi, they're welcome to.
Yeah, we'll just take over the restaurant. Why not? So,
Are you making anything for the party? That's a big question. People want to know.
We are not making anything for the party.
Okay.
Currently, if you watch the show, you will realize that my living situation is currently in an RV. So that's not very conducive to making mass quantities of fun things, but you'll see some stuff popping up soon.
All right. Hey, it's great to catch up with you guys. I can't wait to see what happens tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Any other clues you want to give us before we leave?
I don't think so. Just gotta watch it.
I gotta ask.
One thing I will say, and I don't know if I can say this, but if you've missed any of the last episodes, you can catch them on the Fox Now app. And then, of course, there's the Hulu app that it's on. So if you need to do a little binge watching today before the finale tonight, you might want to do that.
If you're working from home, you can play it while you're working or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's
It
right.
is great. I gotta say, it is great. Like I said, I watched a few episodes last night. It was funny. It was very entertaining.
Thank you.
And the stress when you're like trying to figure it out. Like obviously all these are accomplished people who can cook well, but it's the figuring it out, the whole clue thing.
The clue thing is the most important part. It doesn't matter if it's the most beautiful and the most delicious. If you didn't get the clues right, it didn't matter. So yeah. It's all about the clues.
It's stressful.
Who knew? All right, you guys go check them out tonight. Good luck. I hope everything works well. If not, we'll keep up with you. Maybe you can tell us about your other projects coming up.
All
Absolutely.
right. Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody. See you soon.
Bye-bye.